Good evening, all. Thank you for joining me. Lovely to see you all here, all having a little chat about what the weather's like, which is good. We've had a sort of on and off day here. It's been 1 minute really sunny and then not so, and it's gone a little bit cloudy now. So I shall bring you the sunshine instead. And I'm bringing you a couple of dies today. I've made this version to show off how they're going to work for you, but I'm also going to do another one which is similar but different. And what we have got is the new Floral Lace die, which is the background here, and also the Decorative Edge Banner Duo. I'm going to show you those first of all, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to make the card. I've made this one in aqua mirror card. You can just about see that yeah, you can see that that's shiny, and it's aqua, not silver. I've then taken a colour which they call emerald, but I would have said it's more like a jade sort of colour. And then I've got a soft blue at the background there with white hammered card. And yeah, so there we go. So let me show you first of all the Decorative Edge Banner Duo. So it's 2 dies there. They are meant to be together, but they can equally be used apart. They're approximately 4 inches long, and if you look at them, you can see that this one, the cutting edge, has got like a little serrated dot type of thing in the middle, and this one is a very, very tiny little scalloped, and it's just big enough so that you can't cut them out together because they wouldn't quite work like that, but they are meant to fit one within the other, and so giving you this type of look here, if you can see here, just about see. So that is your edge there, and then, as I say, they come in a pack of both of them together. And then we've got the lovely Floral Lace die. This is about 5 inches wide, or 12.5 centimeters. It cuts out in one, so it's one piece, cuts out beautifully. And I'm just going to show you how we cut out all that as well. But it's nice for background, particularly fits well within any of the frames. So this is a 7-inch frame, 7-inch card today. It also fits into the 6-inch. It also fits into the frame 1 and oval focal frame, of course. You need to trim it down a little bit. It also fits into the circle aperture as well. So it's quite a versatile one. Let's just bring, oops, sorry, crash bang wallop. If you see what I mean, that's the circle aperture, so it would fit into that as well. Obviously just a little bit over, need to trim a little bit off, but again, just a really versatile background die for you, something a little bit different, I thought. And of course I've got my passion flowers. In this case I am going to be using them in the second card as well, but I've cut them out, just those ones for that. So without further ado, let us bring in, now this card that I've done this time, I have used again a 7-inch card blank. I've then taken the outer die from the square 7s, so that's the die for that, and I've cut that out from the burgundy card. So I've got a nice sheen, love that colour. So do you all, and it's yet again out of stock. I'm waiting for them. I ordered it a week ago, still hasn't come in, I'm afraid. So I will chase that up tomorrow because we do like that burgundy. And then I've teamed it with, instead of going for the square 7 inner piece, I've gone for the scallop stitched 7 inner piece, so that I've got the stitched element, and I've cut that out of the white hammered card as well, giving you this lovely pretty border. So that was the square 7s, that's the scalloped and stitched 7s, but again always made to match so that they pop one into another. And whilst I'm at it, I'm then just going to pop this onto here. So just put a little bit of glue all the way around, I didn't show you how to cut that one out because I thought it was pretty straightforward. You get your dies, you get your card, you put your die onto your card, you cut it out, zoom, done. We like that. We like that because it gives us more time to, I was going to say mess about, play about with the nicer parts. We know that the frame will finish off beautifully, but it's playing with the other bits, which is what we like to do. So I'm going to pop that to one side. I will put some foam on later, but not just at the minute. So let's pop that to one side. Then I've taken 2 pieces of card. This one is baby pink, and I've cut this to 13 centimeters by 13 centimeters, and exactly the same size, 13 centimeters by 13 centimeters, but this time it is of the white hammered card. So I just wanted to make that. Now, the reason why I've cut it out is because we will probably need to move the die around a little bit to make sure that it all cuts through nicely. And I found that by cutting the piece of card down so that it is very close to what size we want to do, it gives us much more wiggle room. I'm going to put it in, if this was my die cutting machine, my plate, or rather, let's get it so you can see what I mean. This is my plate that I'm going to put it on. Mine has to go upside down, but I'm going to put it that way round because then the roller of the die will go gradually over, and we should get a better chance to cut that out in one go. I'm also going to put a bit of a shim on it, and I'm going to put a metal shim over the top of my die with this, like that, and that will give me all possibilities of cutting that through all in one go without having to move it again. So I'm just going to run that through my machine. Just a second. Whoops. Hold on just a second. The sticky tape came undone. Right. So I'm just setting that whir in the background, and this is going to be my actual background of the lace. So I've got that very subtle pink, and then I've gone on with, as I said, the beautiful burgundy as well. So I'm just running that through. Now, before you take it out, you do want to check, and you can see there that is pretty much all cut. So let's just take that off. I'll take it off carefully, and then to save me time, I'm going to get my brush that takes all the pieces out rather than poke them out all individually, as they come out really easily. But I don't want to be, you don't want to watch me poking out 1,000 pieces now, do you? So that comes away from there like that. We can do with poking out a few pieces, but you can see that they literally have fallen out. Everyone's die cutting machine will make a difference, but I find that with these intricate ones, to put them in at an angle is really helpful. And just to be on the safe side, put it in with a metal shim as well. And the metal shim with the die actually cutting into it. So let me just scoop all of these bits, all of this confetti off of the table. And then you can see that with my beautiful baby pink, my floral lace die is going to go on the top there. Now, I think also when we get to finishing the card up, this lends itself to having some pearls on. And I think that these, you could put them wherever. You don't have to put them anywhere. But I just think that these little areas really lend themselves to having some pearls on. So I will do that in a minute. But you can see how simple that is, but how beautiful and intricate that is. So let's get our card. Card blank. Where are we going to go? Top folding, I reckon. So top fold means that my fold of my card is up here. I've got my frame, and let me put some foam onto the back of it. Whoops. crash bang wallop. So I'm putting 3mm foam onto the back of my frame. And before I take the tape off, I just want to make sure that I'm going to put my pink piece down first and make sure that it's going to be in the right position, as my foam grabs very, very quickly. So you can see that the square sevens, the same as all of the frames, are made so that you have got them within your 7-inch card. This actually means that this piece of frame is nearer to about 6.5 inches wide, and the reason being that all the 7 inches on all the other cards are all gone by the measurement of the envelope that you put them in, not the actual card itself. So therefore, this is a 7-inch card known as, but it's actually more like 6 3/4. And I wanted it, the frames, when I designed them, I wanted them to be within it as opposed to right onto the edge. So I'm going to take my pink piece. I'm going to put that without any glue on, thinking roughly about there. And then when I put my frame over the top, you can see that, yeah, I've done enough of them really, haven't I now, to know whether I've got it quite right or not. So I'm going to put some glue straight onto the back of my baby pink piece. And again, pop that into what I think is the middle, but just double check it. And that's about right. Press that down. And then I'm going to add my floral frame, which will give you a little bit of a border all the way around. But again, when we put this on, you can see that that fits up just right. Now, when it comes to sticking this, if you actually have any spray glue, that's probably your most ideal, because you would get it on every single bit. But maybe not so many of us have the spray glue. So I'm just going to put it onto the main dots. So what I would say are the solid dots, if you get me. So just onto these solid dots to start off with, and then maybe just a little bit, because I've got the fine glue here. I can just go around and pick a few pieces out, but I'm not going to worry too much, because in all honesty, with just the fine dots is enough. So that will do me nicely. Turn that over. There's no particular way round that this one goes, and I have to say, it also, if you get two and twist one, it also looks really pretty like that as well. So you can get different looks. So because I've put glue mainly onto the solid dots, that's really where I need to particularly be pressing to make sure that it's all stuck down. You can see what a pretty delicate look that gives you. Okay, so then my frame is going to go over the top. So I'm going to put this together. We had a lovely crafty afternoon. I'm sure if you're Facebook group people, you would have seen some of the samples of the cards. We were working with Julie Hickey's designs. Peter, oh, I'm sorry, I've forgotten what Peter's surname is. Anyway, Peter's sunflowers stamps, which were made some beautiful different things, spotlight stamping and cutting out, and really, really lovely. So do have a look over on the Facebook page if you want to see what some of the ladies have been achieving with those. And that was our in-person, and next weekend we've got our online, so looking forward to working with some stencils for those groups. So that's my base. Now I'm going to grab my passion flowers, and I've cut some out already, but I'm going to take these. So I've cut these from the same burgundy, so the same colour as the background there. I've cut 4 altogether, and there's 2. Then I've gone along with the next piece down and I've cut that from white. And they're going to go there. And then I've taken the baby pink again, and oops, if I can grab hold of it, that's going to be in the very, very center. So again, taking all the colors that I've used, not introducing any other color, just so that we've so that it all goes along nicely. I think if I introduced any greens or anything for leaves at this stage, it wouldn't look quite right. And so that's what I'm aiming for here. So I'm going to take my ball tool and I'm just going to cup the two smallest ones by just scribbling almost in the middle of those. Same with those, but not too energetically, because they will twist into a very tight ball if you do. And then same with these, just going to go round that edge. Not going to pick the petals up this time, just going to let that be. So just like that. So then I'm going to assemble them. I'm going to pop glue into the center of the two biggest ones. And then stick those ones down there. Stay. And then glue in the center of the white ones, which I will then put the pink ones on top. And in order to keep them in place, just going to grab the ball tool again, just to be able to really push in the middle, but not distort the shape. Like that. Pop that into the center. I'll do much the same. And as I said, I've already cut out 2 more, so I've got 4 flowers in all. Now, for this one, I used the decorative edge banner, and so I've cut out from hold on a second, from grab hold of it, from the burgundy, cut out the biggest die, which is the sort of scalloped edge one, and then from the white hammer I've cut out the sort of stitch dot, I don't know what you'd call that really. Not really a stitch, it's more like a dot, a pierced, that's the word for it. Now, I was going to put in older, just better again, or I thought I might even put my birthday wishes in because it fits in beautifully. But I decided against all of those at the last minute. Can you forgive me for that? Because I decided that actually, I rather liked this one. And this one is really too big to go on there. I don't want it to go on there. I want it to be on its own. It could go on there, but I want it to be on its own. And it's from the Spellbinders wonderful script. I had it, we had it in a class last year, last summertime, I think. And it's lovely. And I think if you go onto the Spellbinders, if you're interested in it, if you go onto the Spellbinders website, you'll find that it's on half price. So if you didn't get it from me and you do still want it, you need to nip over to Spellbinders UK because they've got a sale on at the moment. But unfortunately, they don't do a sale to the trade of those sort of ones. So I can't offer you a better deal than Spellbinders UK. So go and grab one if you would like it. But I think that's it all. And I thought that this looked beautiful. So therefore, that's what I've gone for. So I've got 3 flowers which are going to go down in this corner here. And then this one I'm going to put up in this corner here. And then I'm going to have my word in the center like that. Okay, so that's how it's going to go. I'm going to bring out my pin flare and I'm going to put it on there. One of my ladies Miss Mary said, why wasn't I using the syringe that comes with pin flare? I did reply to her, but just in case anyone else was thinking, why on earth doesn't she use that? It's mainly because I used to use it, but unfortunately, if I didn't use the pin flare very often, all that happened was the pin flare dried within the syringe. Syringe was no good whatsoever, and neither was the pin flare. So subsequently, I find that it's easier for me to use the pin flare with a spatula type of thing and just use it when I want to. It does appear that at the moment I'm using it all the time, but that's not always the case. Whoops, come here, beautiful. So I'm going to pop that onto there. We put that one in that corner. So they tell me, I will say it again, they tell me with this, oh, a bit out of focus so you can't see it, but get the glue so that it's just coming out again, and then ram the lid on, but keep hold of the glue so that you haven't let it suck back. And that seems to be the trick. Let's put the word beautiful on. I'm going to stick that straight down. I was going to say foam, but that really would be ambitious, would it not? So let's, quite easy to put glue onto that one though. Put that in the centre, and because I've used the same colours, the burgundy for the background, it does still stand out without, you know, if you use the baby pink, you'd have lost that sentiment. And then finally, I'm going to grab myself some pearls because I can't stop from, I've got to put some pearls on there. Sorry. I'm going to put a little bit of glue onto the ones that are, and I think I'm going to go for sort of the medium size. I've just got to work out what the medium size ones are. Just think it lends itself to that, don't you? Yes, yes, happy. I'm happy. I hope you're happy as well. I hope that I made you happy today rather than you thought, oh my God, that's awful. If you would like any of it, you know you need to pop over to the maximumcraft.com website where you will find the items that I've used today. But yeah, I like this. I've liked a lot of the cards I've made just recently, which is really good. It's good to really like your card, isn't it, eh? I will be back on Wednesday at 6 o'clock if you'd like to catch me then. And on Wednesday, I'm going to be making some background ideas. So this may even be part of it, this background, but I'm just going to be using some backgrounds, some different backgrounds, so that I can use them next Monday. Getting organised here is frightening, isn't it? For a new frame that's coming out next week. So just checking that I've got it on everywhere where I should have, on all the solids that are seen. I mean, there is a solid that's hiding and lurking behind there, and half a quarter of one really there, but that would be silly to put them on. It would look not quite right. Do we need them in the middle there? What do you reckon? Do we need them in the middle of there? Which die set did you say the sentiment was from, please? The die set is, this is from Wonderful Script. It's called Spellbinder's Wonderful Script. And it's a made by, or not made by, the designer of it is Jana Schmakula, I think is her name. I do apologise to her if I got that wrong. But it was one of her sets, and it's got the word wonderful, the word beautiful, and a couple of others I can't remember now. But yeah, that is where that's from. Glad you like the card. Small in the middle, June saying. In the middle of these, yeah? Okay, June says. Is that what you mean, June? Hold on, let me just check. June, could you answer me, please? For those of you who don't actually see the comments, a group of lovely people comment and have a little chat to us. Right, thank you, June. But it's a bit of a delay from when they write it to when I see it, which is odd because you think I've sort of ignored it or it's gone on too long. Yeah. I think that size. It's the, whoa, it's actually the same size as the, oh no, it isn't. It's the size down from those. Oh, come here. Thank you. Should have put them on first, shouldn't I? But I wasn't going to put them on, so not onto the flowers, but I think we will. Finger. Chasing it round, and then one at the top. Hold on. Oh, yeah, that does look better like that, doesn't it? Oh, you were keen. Come back. I'll see. I'm talking to blinking gems now. It was paper earlier, wasn't it? And now it's gems. I was going to say first sign, but it's beyond that, I'll tell you. Beyond the first sign. There you go. Let's turn it around so that you can see it properly in all its glory. So I think it's a beautiful card. I'm really pleased with that one. So it's introducing the new Floral Lace background die. And also bringing it over here, we've got the Decorative Edge Banner Duo, which is from here, but I swapped it over. Just to remind you what dies we actually have on here. Both of them are on a 7x7 card blank. Both of them are made with the outer frame is from the Easy Frames 7, our original Easy Frames, and then teamed up with the center piece, the stitched piece of the Scalloped Stitch 7 Easy Frames, because we can. Then Passion Flowers. Then we've got the Decorative Edge Banner Duo. This is just one of the sentiments from Creative Expressions. And as I said, this one is from Spellbinder's Wonderful Script dies. And then pearls and bits and pieces. Colour-wise is Aqua Mirror Card, teamed with what they call Emerald Card and Soft Blue. And then this one is Burgundy, teamed with Baby Pink and white, of course, white in all the cases. So there you go. Two similar, but different colours can look different as well, can't they? This one also could lend itself if I didn't have the butterflies. They're not butterflies. I just thought I'd point that out. They're not butterflies. I don't know what made you think they were. They're not butterflies at all. They're passion flowers. Okay, so if you took the flowers off, that would still make a really lovely, more masculine card if you did it in sort of different colours and things. We're always looking for masculine type cards which are generic and go for anything. That one would be a really good one as well. Yeah. I did say, I just thought about it, I did say that I was going to show you some of the new card dies from Sue Wilson, but unfortunately, or fortunately, in which case depends on who you are, they've sold out of them all. So although I got just a handful, I don't think I'd be very popular if I just showed you them and then said, but actually I haven't got any. So I will wait till they come back in stock and we'll do them again, hopefully in time for Father's Day type of time, when they've actually, as I said, got them back in stock. So As I said, I'll be here on Wednesday, which is the 24th of April, and I'll be doing a bit of playing with making up some different type of backgrounds, some that you will have thought of and some that maybe you won't. So that'd be good. Looking forward to showing you that. And if you can't make it on Wednesday evening, don't forget they're always on YouTube. You can always go and look at them. But I will be back on Sunday, the 28th of April at 6 o'clock as well, when I will be bringing the latest easy frames out for you then. New delivery arriving hopefully Wednesday. So the people that are waiting for pre-orders of the deco frames, they are in that order. We've also got more April card kits, which was the balloon bouquets. I have managed to get hold of literally another dozen of those, so they are on their way as well, plus leaves and all the things that aren't in stock basically are all being restocked. So thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time to join me today. Really appreciate it, and look forward to seeing you again very, very soon. Thanks for joining me. Bye.